What up, y'all? What's going on? San Miguel TV. We are live. It is Sunday night, Sunday, January 31st. Tomorrow is the beginning of a new month. I wanted to go live to talk about all this Wall Street craziness that's going on, this frenzy with Gamestop and market manipulation, and just kind of go into all of that. I feel is really important for people to understand. This is a little different from what I typically do on my channel. I usually talk about religious cults, mind control manipulation. So it's a little different. It's a very different topic. But I like to go live every Sunday. This particular live is going to be pretty much, it's going to be different. I don't know how often I'm going to do things like this, but I feel that people need to be, just well informed about what's going on in the world. So, y'all can subscribe and hit that like button. And of course, everything that's said here is not supposed to be taken for any financial advice or anything. This is just me giving my opinion and what I'm doing this coming week when the stock market opens, because I am very heavy into investing, which is something that I've been talking about on my channel. Coming out of this, religious cult that I was a part of amongst the Black Hebrew Israelite organization or community, there are different cults and different groups that call themselves Black Hebrew Israelites, and I was caught up in one of those. I recently started getting into investing. That was something that was not promoted growing up. I didn't know anything. I knew nothing about investing or the stock market. I always thought it was just too complex or something that you do when you're getting ready to retire. I never thought about it as a way of creating passive income. And people need to really consider these things because this is a time when this pandemic, has caused many people to look towards other avenues of making money, other streams of income, whether it's YouTubing, investing in the stock market, investing in real estate, creating your own form of income, your own craft, whatever it is that you're good at doing, that you're passionate about. I know it's it's something that you hear quite often about, what you should go for, what you're passionate about. And that's just true with everything. And I'm very passionate about this investing, and this is what I usually go to when I'm looking into, which companies I'm going to invest in. I look into Yahoo Finance. Yahoo Finance is one of the best websites. But I'm going to explain pretty much what's been going on with this entire, just this whole frenzy with the stock market. There's a few things going on that we need to be aware of here. First of all, there has been some manipulation, pretty much, on the part of these platforms that create this access to the stock market. I'm talking about Robinhood. Robinhood is an app that is used, and in 2019, in 2020, in 2020, the membership for Robinhood has increased, dramatically, and this is speculated to be due to the increase in job loss and the increase in interest in looking for other streams of income. So I do think that this is a good time to invest. I see you there, Dali La Sarcasmo. Thank you for joining my live. I'm definitely, I'm not gonna. It's always a good time to invest. I'll say that. I'm not gonna give people financial advice as far as what to invest in, but I'll tell you what I'm investing in. This is important for your freedom, financial freedom, just in your freedom in your life to do whatever you like to do. Being part of a cult, or being a former cult member, you didn't have much control or freedom about anything, especially information. Investing in the stock market, you have to be you have to be very informed, I'll say. And a lot of time goes into investigating and researching what you're going to put your hard-earned money into, right? When I was a part of this Hebrew Israelite cult, we used to have to give 20% of our income. Now, not only are we being used all of our time, our money, most of our time and a lot of our money, I'll say to be more accurate, was being used. Now, yes, it's 20%. That's a lot when you consider how many people was part of this group, and this group was up in the thousands. The cult leader has recently passed away. He was being indicted. He actually was found guilty. He pled guilty and took a plea deal to get out, and was sentenced 18 months. But this was all leading up to the pandemic. And this was a man that was very unhealthy, this cult leader who was known as by his members as the God-sent comforter, literally a prophet in some ways. And this man passed away after being convicted, from the coronavirus. He was a man that was very unhealthy, who was diabetic. And, this guy had complete control over the members, cut off all types of information, controlling. I mean, there was recent news of a longtime member who committed suicide, jumped off a building and committed suicide because the mind control, the manipulation, the fear tactics, the emotional control, the time control is very, very heavy in these cults. Now, the control now that I'm seeing with these, with the platforms that allow people to trade. Now, this is supposed to be public trading. This is what the stock market. If you don't know what the stock market is, it's literally where you can buy shares of a company, investing and owning shares, part of a company, depending on how expensive the shares are. For example, Tesla is up to $790 a share, and then you have companies like Sundial Growers, which is a marijuana penny stock, which is up to like 90 cents. You could own shares of the company at 90 cents a piece. So you have to do your research on which companies are thriving, which sectors are thriving, which economies are thriving, and you want to diversify your profile. This is what I do, at least. I'm not telling people what to do, but when you invest, you have to be very invested in, putting time into researching what companies. So, GameStop is one of these companies that is well known, but it has been affected drastically by this pandemic. And you have financial firms and these different hedge funds, like, for example, Melvin Capital, who was betting against GameStop losing or, going bankrupt because the pandemic has affected them and they're a brick and mortar store that's not really that popular any longer. Now, I see that some people have no idea about the stock market, but Doge. Now, I'm going to get into Doge because this is something that I'm actually following up on. Right now, Doge, I'm following it live. I'm invested in Doge. I'm going to be transparent. So I have a bias for Doge, or however you want to pronounce it, Doge, Doji, Dogi, I don't know. So, it's pretty much a cryptocurrency. Now, cryptocurrency is something that's on the rise, and it's been on the rise for a while. It's back up, becoming trending. Cryptocurrencies go from Bitcoin to Ethereum to XRP, Ripple, and they're used as a way for you to use a currency that's decriminalized, or that's decentralized. I'm sorry. It's not backed by a bank or anything like that. So it's works a little different. It doesn't work like how the regular stocks work. Now I invest in the stock market, companies like Tesla and Apple, and I also invest in crypto because crypto is associated with blockchain technology. That's the sector that cryptocurrency is in. Blockchain technology is the future, where you're going to be able to pay for different services and different things using this cryptocurrency, electronic currency that's not decentralized. So what happened with GameStop and what's been happening, I mean, it goes back a while, and it started pretty much with the pandemic hurting, these different companies like GameStop is one, and then AMC Entertainment, the movie theater industry is being hurt. There's different industries that are really being hurt. Some of them are pretty much counted out and they're done. And GameStop is one of those places that you have to go inside. You try games out, and there's a lot of nostalgia behind, this store. People go there and practice and try games before buying it, and it still has some type of value. And they were on the verge of bankruptcy. Short sellers like Melvin Capital and these different hedge funds were betting against it. So they make money off of future contracts, or what's called options, betting against the company because they think that the price of the company, and the price of the shares are going to drop. So it's a way where they predict, and they can sell high and buy low. And these contracts and these options are open, and they have a certain strike date and a strike price. I know this sounds crazy. It sounds very complex, but it's important for me to get this out so people can understand it. And maybe you'll do your own research. And the more time you spend with it, the more better you're going to understand it, because everything comes with time and experience. So, I've been doing this for months now and spending a lot of time watching charts and, analyzing charts and movements, trends, to see how, these different companies work. GameStop was one that I had no interest in investing in because I invest in companies that are rising. Hedge funds usually, well, not really, depends, but short sellers bet on companies to drop, and they make money off companies that are dying, and they actually help drive these companies to the ground even faster by betting against it. So on Reddit groups and Discords, which are different platforms where you can, get together with different people that have a shared interest. So depending on the different categories, religion, politics, investing. This is a particular investing group. There is a particular investing group called WallStreetBets. Now, this is a Reddit group that anybody can join. This is not any controlled type of group, but they did get together and control and try to manipulate the stock market the same way that these short sellers have been manipulating the stock market and making money off of people's misery and companies that are going down, betting against companies. And they've been doing this for years and getting away with it. So there was a bunch of people that got together. These are retail investors like myself. I'm a retail investor. These hedge funds are institutional investors. They have more power. And when they invest, when they buy or sell, they make the stock market move. They make that pulse move. They're the whales, so to say, of the stock market. And when they make a splash, everybody feels it. Everybody gets wet, whether it's buying or selling. Everybody's going to get wet. That's some lingo, some stock market lingo, investor lingo. I want to see how many people, come on, because I wanted to really follow this Dogecoin because, I've been making some money on it. I started investing in Dogecoin on Thursday morning. I caught it at a penny. Ever since then, it has been going up and down. But we'll get to that eventually. It's at 3 pennies right now, 3 cents, 3.7. So it's the upper 3 cents. It's going to 4. It has already been hitting 4, but this seems to be some type of a bottom or a support level. for the price, which is 3.7 cents. I bought it at 1.3 originally, and I've been buying up. Now, the way you make money with the stock market is if you buy a share of a company, let's say GameStop was worth about $20 in December, I believe. So after the pandemic and everything, it's been dying, it's been losing money. The earnings came in and it wasn't good. GameStop, people were betting for it to go down. So now this Reddit group all got together, these people in this Reddit group, and decided to buy and drive the stock price up, which goes against what the Wall Street investors, the institutional investors, are betting against, are hoping for. They're hoping for it to drop. This creates a mess for the hedge funds investors because a lot of the money that they're using is also based on margin, which is you borrowing money, and they have to pay that back with interest. So what these investors did, these retail investors, these everyday people like myself, was all get together and buy GameStop, and they bought it out. And one guy invested $50,000. So let's say you invest 50,000 and you buy GameStop at $20 a share. You're gonna have a lot of shares there, right? It's gonna be a bunch of shares. You can do the division. If you put $100 and it's $20 a share, you have 5 shares, right? Now, if people keep buying and the price of each share goes up from $20 to $200, that's a 10-time increase. So if you put $100 or initially, right, and you have your 5 shares at $20, and all you have in total is $100, and it increases by 10 times, now you have $1,000. So where each share was worth $20, 5 of your shares worth $20 each. You're right, the total being 100. Now you have 5 of your shares worth $200 each, the total being 1,000. You understand? That's how you make money in the stock market. But if that's whether you decide to sell at the time when it's worth that much. So it's all about buying and selling, and you don't want to get left when, holding the bag or, not selling when the stock price is going down. You want to catch it before it goes up, buy low, and sell high. That's the name of the game. It's how you double your money, triple your money, and so forth. So once something has already run up, you don't want to buy, at when it's already at the all-time highs. Now, let's go to Doge. I'm going to look at it real quick. Now, it's up 36% on the day. It's up at 3.7, right? 3 pennies and a partial penny, which is 7.7, which is what it is. It's not a full penny. It's almost coming up to 4 pennies, 4 cents, right? So I got it at 1. I put a certain amount of money. I'm almost tripling now. But I have averaged up, so I'm not at 1 penny any longer. Averaging up means that you're buying when the stock is higher than what you originally bought at. So throwing money is going to make your average, go up. So just like I was saying with GameStop, if you bought it at 20 and then you buy again when it goes up to 100, your average is not going to be $20 per share. It's going to go up a little bit more. So, your entry prices when you first throw your money down is very important. You also don't want to throw down a big chunk of money all at once. You want to do it slowly, maybe $50 here, maybe wait a few hours, see what it does, throw another 50, because you don't want to throw 1,000 and then it goes down and now you're losing money. You want to see what it does, so that way if it goes down, you could always average down. Just a little bit of investing 101. Now, it says it needs deep research and knowledge. Yeah, it takes a lot of time and dedication. I put in a lot of time. I wake up really early now. My body's trained to wake up when the stock market, comes to life. 4 a.m., 4:30, I'm up reading and researching. There's a lot of information to come across and to understand. So with this GameStop, I want to read this article though. But yeah, so Robinhood, let me address that too with Robinhood. So because so many people were buying, right? And drove the price up to about $320. It hit up highs of $400 a share, GameStop, which is the ticker symbol GME if you want to look it up. Now, Robinhood is an app that I use, which I'm going to slowly get out of because I don't like what they did. I don't really. I mean, WeBull is another one, another app that you could use, and I have links that you can get free shares if I send you the link. I should have put it in the description. I'll deal with that later. I'll add that later on. But pretty much, GameStop, these buyers, these retail investors from the Reddit group WallStreetBets, threw down like thousands, drove the price up. It's overvalued now, but people are still buying it, which is very rare. This is unprecedented. You've never seen anything like this. Investors that have been in the stock market for years, decades, like Warren Buffett, never seen anything like this. So they're doing this in spite of what the Wall Street hedge funds, institutional investors are doing, which is driving the price down and betting against the company to die, to go bankrupt. And they make money that way because they sell it high and then they buy it back low. And this is how I mean, it's all about buying and selling, right? So you always want to buy low. Now, it's this GameStop is so high that I'm not even going to buy it, but there is potential for it to go up even more than what has already gone up. It's already gone up about 10% in less than 30 days, or maybe a little bit more than 30 days. So what Robinhood ended up doing was freezing the buying, the buying. So you could only sell. So they were forcing people to drive the price down by only having the capability to sell on Robinhood. That's why it's good to have different options in case you want to buy on a different platform like WeBull or Fidelity or TD Ameritrade is another app. Upcoin, I think, is another one. Coinbase is good, but Coinbase doesn't allow you to trade Dogecoin. You have to do it on the other ones. There's a bunch of other ones that you can use besides Fidelity and Robinhood and TD Ameritrade and WeBull. But those are some of the good ones, some of my favorite ones. I have TD Ameritrade, which I just started using it. I don't have much experience with it. I've been using WeBull for a while. I've been using Robinhood since the beginning. A lot of people are flocking to Robinhood because it's a lot more simple. It's a lot easier to use. So screw big whales and greedy investors. I really hate what they did. I think the price of Doge between 0.2 and 0.8. Yeah, so buying it at 2 pennies, well, remember, it's not zero point 0.2 because zero point 0.2 would be 20 cents. It's really 0.02, which is 2 cents. It's been a lot of confusion with that. But yeah, so it already went up to 0.08, which is 8 cents. It went up to 8 cents. Now, they're trying to drive it up to 10 cents, which I think is very doable. Some people are saying $1, which I think it can happen, but not right away. It's going to take a lot of buying, billions of dollars, I think, to get it to $1. That's a long ways up. I mean, look how tough it is to get it from 1 penny to 8 pennies. It's not going to get to $1 that easy. I've been watching this since Thursday morning, and it's been going up slowly. It's been moving sporadically. It's been moving up. It's been moving up crazy, actually, not slowly. The opposite. It's not trending like a normal stock. Cryptocurrency is different. This moves alongside with Bitcoin, and everything is going up. Right now, you have XRP up at 55 cents. I originally bought it at 28, so I'm actually doubled. So that's pretty good. I have a good stake at 28 cents with Ripple XRP. I bought that on Coinbase when you were still able to get it, but they're going through a lawsuit now. To go back, we'll go back and forth with the crypto because I want to keep an eye on Doge. It's currently at 3.8 cents, so 3 cents, 0.8. So it's getting close to 4. It's trending upwards in the last hour. It's up It's up slightly. In the last 30 minutes, it's actually trending really well. So I can see it going back up to 4. That bottom, I think if you catch it at 2, if you can get it at 2 cents, you're good. If you can catch it at the low threes, you're still good. And even the mid threes, it looks like the support is down in the mid threes right now. 3.5. 3 pennies, 3.5. I caught it back at around 5 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning on Thursday. I saw it jumping up. And if I go to the 1 week chart, because I'm in the 1 day, if you look at the 1 week chart, if you have an app, and you look at January 28th at 4 a.m. It was at 11. Oh, I'm sorry, it was at 1.1. So 1 cent. I know some people that caught it at 0.008. So not even a penny. They caught it at fractions of a penny, and they're doing nice right now. My boy E-Man and my boy Gary, and I think Terry's in on it too. Some of my friends that I don't know if they're on right now, but we've been talking about this. I wanted to get them on here live because this is important, man. This is it's hard to predict the stock market, but if you start getting people together, and there's power in numbers. Yeah, these big whales, these big investors have a lot of money, but there's more of the retail investors. There's more people. And this is what the same thing in the cult that I was in. The cult leader has no power. The people are the ones that have the power, and the cult leader just uses the people emotionally. And this is what these big investors do. They manipulate the stock market. They manipulate people's emotions by fear. And there's something in the stock market called fear of missing out. When a stock is going up, and you don't want to miss out, right? You want to get in on the action and make some money. So there's something called fear of missing out, psychological term, where you don't want to make money. So you throw down when you see it going up, which is the worst time to buy, is when it's going up and hitting all-time highs. You don't want to buy when it hits all-time highs. You want to buy when it hits bottoms. You want to buy like right now. If you look at the last hour for Doge, it came in at around 10 p.m. about an hour ago at the same place where it's at now, 03.7, right? 3 cents in the upper threes. It's been testing at 4. It's been testing 38, 39, or 3.8, 3.9 pretty often. And it's been jumping between that 3.5 and that 3.9 pretty good for the last, I would say since 5 p.m. So that's the last 6 hours. That's pretty bullish trends right there. That's pretty bullish movements. People are holding, and that's why these groups benefit, because we know ahead of time. We have the information ahead of time that we know people are trying to hold. They're not being as greedy as the hedge funds anticipate people to be, because they know people can be greedy. There's greed. The greed in man is psychological. When you see that you're 8 times up, you're going to want to take profits. But what you don't want to do is completely sell out of these. Doge is going to keep going up. If you want to take profits, that's cool, but don't completely sell out of your position. Your entry point is very important. So when you first come in, you keep that point. I tried. I didn't completely sell out, but I did take profits when it hit that 8 cent mark. Really, I caught it at the 7 cent. It was about 7.7, and I sold a good amount. It dropped back down, and when it hit that 3, I started seeing it kept hitting that 3.5, low threes. I threw down some more because I was selling out of my Ethereum position. And I had some Litecoin that I threw recently, and I just said, I'm gonna get out of Litecoin. I don't really like a lot of the cryptos. Ethereum is pretty good, actually. If I would recommend any crypto besides Doge, I would say Ethereum is pretty good. I'm already doubled up, and I sold out of it. I doubled my money and sold out. And that's all because I want to throw that money into Doge. So I might get back into Ethereum because it's been moving down. I haven't checked it actually to see if it's actually moving down, but let me take a look at it real quick. I mean, we could check it right here actually. We could check the Ethereum prices. With the stock market. That's not what I wanted. All right, Ethereum price. Let's catch it. All right, so it's at 1,316. Yeah, that I sold it at about 1,370 something earlier, completely. Not all at once. I did it slowly. I never enter or exit a position drastically with a lot of shares all at once because I'm not saying I never did that. I have, but I've learned not to do that in the future. Learning from my past mistakes, because you might throw down $2,000 at a certain time where you think is a good entry price, and it might go down. You don't have any more money to average down. Now you got to wait for it to go back up, before you start seeing any gains or any returns. So it's all about making money, and time is money. You don't want to put money into something that's just going to sit there for 2 weeks and not move. You want to catch it when you start seeing bullish trends. And I caught Doge at the perfect time. Now, it might cool off. Don't get me wrong. This is the game of patience. This is all about, where you come in at, patience, and, catching it at the right time. Entry points are very important, like I said. You don't want to get in at all-time highs. Just a little bit of advice, a little bit of knowledge, what I do. Doesn't mean that you should do this, but it's just my little bit of experience. I want people to be educated on this so they could feel more confident about investing. This is not really gambling if you're doing it right. This is way better than gambling. I mean, it's not gambling. This is how these big corporations make. It's how these banks make money with your savings account. Why put money in a savings account where the banks give you back 0.03 after a whole year of you keeping, thousands in there, when you could have kept that money in an investment account, a brokerage account, and watched it, multiply 10%, which is very low. 10% is straight. It's not very low, but I'll take 10% any day. But I've been doing 100%. I've been multiplying. I've been doubling my returns. You could do that if you're playing it right. 20% return in a year is awesome. But if you could do 100% and double your money, you're throwing in 20,000 or you're throwing in 10,000, coming out with double your money. You're looking pretty good. Now you could take some of that profit and put it, everything, whatever, back into the stock market. I like to use fractional, percentages. I like to diversify my portfolio by percentages. I don't want to put too much money into one stock, into one company, and have 20% of my money in one company. You want to diversify and maybe not have more than 10 or 15%. You don't want to have 50% of your money, especially don't want to have 100% of your money all in one company and just YOLOing into the stock market. That's not smart. That's how you lose your money, and that's how people go broke. So just seeing how people invest, knowing the psychology behind investing is very important. Already knowing some psychology, studying these these mind control cults, I know how people can be controlled and manipulated, and fear is one of the biggest things. Greed is another thing that is used by these short sellers. But when they want to manipulate the stock market, and squeeze, because this is what they do. I'm going to just read this article. It says, Melvin Capital squeezed by its bets against GameStop. So like I said, they were betting against GameStop. They were betting for the company to, go bankrupt. And that's how they make their money, by selling high and buying low. So they actually lost 53% in January, and they could lose up to 140% because that's how much money they have invested using margins. So they've gone over 100%. You wonder how you can do that. That's by giving money on consignment, which is a margin. So there's a lot of I'm looking at the Discord chat right now. The Doge Discord chat is on fire. It's trending on Twitter, and Elon Musk even tweeted about it. We're gonna get into that. But before all of that happened with Doge, this is what happened with Melvin Capital. So Melvin Capital Management, one of the hedge funds pilloried on social media message boards for its short-selling bets that GameStop shares would fall. They lost 53% on its portfolio in January. A person familiar with the matter said, a person familiar with the matter said, a principal reason was the huge losses the firm suffered when small investors bid up the stock of GameStop. The Wall Street Journal first reported the amount of Melvin Capital's loss. Founded by Gabe Plotkin, a protege of the hedge fund billionaire and New York Mets owner Stephen A. Cohen, Melvin Capital had $8 billion in assets under management at the end of January. That amount included $2.75 billion that Mr. Cohen's fund, .72, and Citadel, another hedge fund, put into Melvin Capital, as well as fresh capital from new investors, the person said. Hedge fund returns at Citadel fell 3% for the month, about a third of which caused by a $2 billion investment it made in Melvin about a week ago. $2 billion. According to two people briefed on Citadel's results. Melvin Capital exited its position in GameStop after having to raise additional funds. Which I don't know if that's true. That could just be them saying that so people can sell and then they could buy back, actually make money off of the shorts. They could still have big positions. We won't know until next week when Yahoo releases the options and all the contracts, which I think will be by Thursday, which is the 4th. And you're going to want to hold a lot of these if you already have a position in AMC or in GameStop, I would hold it. I'm not going to tell you what to do. This is what I would do. You can sell it, you can hold it. From what I'm hearing from the Discords and different chats on Reddit, they're holding these things because they're betting on the price going up because of the fact that these investors are gonna have to buy their positions out. Just looking at Twitter real quick, trying to see what's trending and what's been going on recently. I see the hashtag right now that's trending is Dogecoin Army. You could look up Dogecoin or Doge, but Dogecoin Army is like the new one recently. This has caused a lot of uproar, man, and just a lot of attention. And I don't think people really understand how revolutionary this is. And I want to be a part of it. And I want to make money with these people because they're screwing over the big dogs that have been screwing over the little guys for so long. And it's time for the roles to reverse. I mean, this is the real revolution. People talking about, these different. There's a lot of things going on, but the independence that these platforms allow, the financial independence, now it's really showing the weakness of a lot of these short sellers and these financial hedge funds. They're caught in a trap. They're really trapped for days too, because there's a certain date that they have that they're expecting the price to drop down to. So I don't believe that they sold out completely. Now it says, Mr. Plotkin confirmed to CNBC last week. So he confirmed it by saying it. That's not confirming it. We want to just take his word for it. How do we know that the information that he got was true? Now, the firm was a main player in the market drama set off by a group of day traders who have been bidding up a handful of stocks that Wall Street had given up on, forcing losses on big hedge funds. The traders appear to be mostly small investors. See, these are small investors. These are not the hedge funds and the institutional investors. This is what makes it so revolutionary, is that people are getting together and not selling. even though they can make millions. There's a guy right now who put in, I think, 4,000 at about $20 or $18 for GameStop. He now has $1 million in his account, but he hasn't sold because he's betting on the price going up, and I think that it might go up to 800, even $1,000. That's what some people are saying, based on all the contracts that are currently open up until I believe the 15th of February. So you can pretty much time this thing, but it's very dangerous. It's very hard to time the stock market. So this is what's pretty much going on with GameStop. Same thing happened with AMC. People are buying it and holding, not selling. That's how the price fluctuates, is by buying and selling. There's not that many people doing any selling. There is a lot of buying going on, and that's why Robinhood is under a lot of hot water, because they believe that Citadel had influence. People are believing that Citadel and Melvin Capital was influencing Robinhood to stop the buying capability on the app, so that way you only could sell. This is manipulation right here. How are they able to get away with this? But when a group of small investors want to get together and manipulate it, now it's wrong. This is a double standard. It's a classic double standard, where one person is allowed to get away because they are whoever they are, but the little guy can't get away with it, because they're the ones that are supposed to be, the nobodies, the people that are manipulated, and we get the crumbs, right? And while the big guys always get, always cut off the funds at the top and just don't let the money trickle down. They cut it off and they manipulate it. They've been doing this for years. So now we found a loophole. Now, will the SEC regulate this and step in? They might have to. How long will they wait? I'm not sure. Now, I own stocks in Doge and Nokia. Before we get to Doge, I want to talk about Nokia, because this is not a failing company. Now, if you know this name, depending on how old you are, what generation you come from, Nokia is very well known to my generation for having outstanding phones, from flip phones to the dial-up phones way back in the days. Great battery life. I mean, they're now in the 5G sector, and they have a contract with NASA to put satellites up and have this 5G capability. So they're a good investment, more of a long-term or maybe mid-term. This is not a short-term for me. I'm holding this now. They disabled the capability of buying because I wanted to buy more when the price dropped. They didn't allow me to buy more when the price dropped. On Friday, I bought in on Thursday before closing time, before the market closed at 4. I bought in at around $6. Way too high, right? But I still had more that I wanted to throw down, so I was waiting. It didn't drop until after hours. You can't really buy, depending on what platform you use, after hours or before market opens. Because I have the gold membership on Robinhood, I can trade up to a certain time. Certain stocks I can't, certain others I can. And with Nokia on Friday, I was unable to buy anymore, but I could sell, and I didn't want to sell. I wanted to buy it and average down. They weren't allowing that. So this is manipulation, and that was really pissing me off, because who are you to control what I want to do? If I want to, even if this is dangerous, I understand the risks. I'm not putting my life savings into this one company. I understand the risks of the stock market, So, yeah, I mean, being 24 years old, I'm 36, straight up, I'll tell you. I always was taught that you get into investing when you retire at the end of your career, and it's like, no, or at the end of your life. It's like, no, you could start at 24. You could open up an account you could start at before you're 24. I have accounts for my children in an app called Acorns that they match whatever you deposit. They match 50% of that. If you have a child that's under 18, you could open that up if you have their social. And, all of this, of course, you have to understand the taxes. You're gonna have to probably get a financial advisor. I don't know, depending on how you want to do it, how safe you feel. because at the end of the year, you're going to have to, report your taxes, your income, your capital gains income, which is what you get off the stock market. Now, this is taxed just just as your income is taxed. Now, when you work for a company and make money, they tax you. They could tax you 11 up to 7% up to 11 or 13% depending on where you live. But with capital gains tax, which is what you make off the stock market, sometimes you could get tax zero. You get no taxes, depending on what your income was that year. But it's usually what 5, it could be 2%. It's all depending on your income, which is way less than what you would get taxed working for a corporation. You could actually buy a share of the corporation and get taxed less and make more money than your income, depending on how much money you invest in the stock market or in the particular stock that you're interested in. So this is how this is how America is set up, and this is how people that don't understand the cycle, this vicious cycle, this is why you keep seeing that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, which is something called Matthew's law. Just to type that up real quick, because that is a psychological term. There's different things, but if you see here, psychological term, the effect of Matthew's law is the concept. What is it? The rich get richer. Well, let's read the whole thing. The Matthew effect of accumulated advantage, Matthew principle, or Matthew effect for short, is sometimes summarized by the adage, the rich get richer, and the poor get poorer. The concept is applicable to matters of fame or status, but may also be applied literally to cumulative advantage of economical capital. So this is a big thing, a big problem in the disparity. People talk about the wealth gap, the disparity. A lot of it is due to this natural law that people that get rich are just going to get richer because now you have more money. And, money is a defense, money is a protection, money is offense. You can use it for so many different things. It's power, right? So the more power you have, the more power you have to control your power. The more money you have, the more money you have to control your money and to protect your money and to invest. And the more money you invest, the bigger returns you see. If you put in $20 and the stock doubles, you're only going to have $40. If you put in $20,000 and the stock doubles, now you got $40,000. So what's better, right? But of course, the more you invest, the riskier and the more emotions it's going to be attached to that. Money is emotional. That's why you don't want to invest money that you need. You want to invest money that you don't need and that you are not going to be emotionally attached to and be up, late at night. With a lot of with the stock market, they close. The hours are regular trading hours, business hours, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. 9 a.m. is pre-market, and its aftermarket is up until 4:30. 6 p.m. Some platforms let you trade up until 6 p.m. But with crypto is 24/7. Crypto is not is like a damn Hunts Point hooker in the Bronx, man. That thing is all up all night. That's how Doge works. You can trade it at any time. You can sell it at any time, and it doesn't wait. If you buy or sell any stock like Tesla right now, you have to wait until the market opens, and then they might not give you the same price that you looked at that you want to buy. So you want to wait until the stock market opens with those stocks, with regular stocks. With the crypto stocks and Bitcoin and Ethereum, you could trade this all night around the clock. So some people like that freedom, and it's not, you can't do shorts. You can't short sell crypto. So they don't manipulate crypto. They can't manipulate crypto like you manipulated GameStop, because crypto doesn't really have anything of value. I mean, really, just to break it down, crypto can be valuable depending, or can be convenient. So it can be valuable depending on what it's used for. Doge is used for porn. For Pornhub, you can use it. Not just that, you can use it for different things. That's one of the things that it's popular for, is Pornhub. So I don't care about that. That's not why I'm buying it. I'm buying it because of the value of it, where I can buy and sell. But people actually use these coins. That's not what I'm buying it for. Um, so you can use Bitcoin to purchase food and different things, and the different companies and industries have to allow it though, and attach it so where you can use it. And it's not like money. Money, you can't trace it, right? You can purchase things with cash. You can't trace that. Crypto, everything is traced. Everything is, you can't, and it's very heavily protected too. The technology that comes with this, what's called blockchain technology, it's very futuristic, and it's just gonna become more needed in the future. Um, so I listed some of those stocks that I'm invested in. There's different cryptos. Like, I'm not crazy for crypto. I see how beneficial it could be, and I like the way that it moves. It's very volatile, which can be good or can be bad, because it can go up 80%, but it could drop right back 80%, and you lose all of your profit if you don't sell some of it. Sometimes holding is not a wise thing, but if you understand that there's a movement behind a lot of these stocks to hold, then you're not going to sell. You're going to have more confidence in holding that stock. Now, if you look at Doge, so let's get into the chart analysis and how it's been moving. Now, if you look at it for the month, let's look at it for 5 years. Actually, just start off. Let's go back to 2015, 2016, right? You had it all the way in the mini, fractional pennies. As you started going up into the Bitcoin crypto craze in 2017, towards the end of the year was the all-time highs. December 2017, January 2018 were the all-time highs for almost every crypto. You could go back in the chart and see how the line goes up, and it dropped almost right back down to those fractional low prices. So you could have sold up at the ultimate highs on January 4th, 2018, where it was at a penny. It hit a penny and it dropped back down to the fractionals of a penny. And all the way from 2018 up until now to 2021, it's starting to bubble. And people have been talking about Doge. If you look at YouTubers, there's certain people that have been following this, because in December it started doubling up and going up to higher levels consistently, which is what you want to look for, the consistent trends, and if it's going through different patterns. So let's go to the last month, because this is where we're up to now. So at the end of, let's go to December. The end of December, it looks like it went up to a penny again. January 1st. So on New Year's Day, 2021, it went back up to where it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So if you were holding for those 3 years, unless you bought really low, it didn't really make any sense. You could have just sold out of the position and bought back in later. Now, I came in January 28th is when I came in. I came in at a penny, like I said. I came in 1 cent. So it came up January 1st to a penny. It kept dropping down, but steadily. And it would you see certain climbs as if it wants to go up, and then people would sell off. This is actually a very bullish movement. This is going to be trending upwards, and it's going to continue. So this is my opinion. But it started trending slowly downwards. There were a few jump ups in January 4th. It jumped up back up to a penny, dropped down to 0.8 of a penny, back up to 0.9, dropped down to the low 0.8, 0.7. January 26th. Now it started going up. It went to, let's go to the 1 month chart. January 26th, it looks like it went down to the 7. January 27th, which is when I bought in between that time, let me see, I'll go back to the 1 week chart actually to give me more accurate. Yes, okay, so January 28th, I bought in at around 4 p.m., like 5 a.m. So it was at a penny, and this was when I started seeing it going up. Now, I didn't want to get it at a penny like how you saw January 1st, and then it went down. That's good that we saw that it hit a penny. That's your resistance. It's going to bump off a penny and go down, find a support, and go back up. And then burst through, and it bursted through that penny, which is what it usually does. It hit the support, came down, and bursted right back really quick. I held on all the way till the next day, January 29th. Midnight, it hit highs. I saw it. I was up at 1 a.m. I took profits at 6. I'm sorry, at 1 a.m. or at 6 cents, I took profits. I held on. I watched it all the way till like 2. I started seeing that it was dropping. I wasn't too worried, so I went to sleep. Like I said, this thing goes 24/7, so it keeps people up. There's YouTube lives that's been going on for the last, 72 hours. And they'll keep them on all night where people are just talking and chatting. There's a lot of hype behind the stock. So, I kept on. I held on, and I saw that over the weekend there was a big sell-off. People were selling off, and they dropped the price back down to the 2 cent range. The lowest I saw it hit back down was 2.2, so almost at even 2 pennies, and close to the testing that high 1 penny, 1.9s. It got close to that, and it rejected it right away, jumped right back up to 3 pennies, and it's been moving between. It moved in between 2 and 3 for a good amount of time, for almost 6 hours, maybe even longer, 12 hours. And that gave me a lot of confidence that this is a bottom. This is a floor that you could buy at and just watch it go up and not worry. But because these cryptos are so volatile, you never know what they're going to do. You want to keep a close eye on it. But I had confidence because I know Bitcoin has been going up, that it's going to be trending up. And not only that, you have celebrities that have been posting this. The main person is Elon Musk. Now, let's go back to this article where it says Elon Musk tweets in support of Dogecoin. So this was posted Thursday, January 28th. This was after it had already gone up, because I saw this later, and then we had a further push. And that's what pushed it up to 8 cents is when Elon Musk posted this January 28th at 5. So I already had it at 4 a.m. January 28th at 5, when the day was up, after it had already hit pretty good highs at 2 pennies, and I had doubled my money. It was 2.5. Now, here comes Elon and posts this photo. It's kind of a parody of the Vogue magazine photo, but it's Doge, which is talking about Doge. It's a subliminal cryptic message, which is, I don't know if he's invested in this crypto, but he has posted about it before, and it's just funny what he's doing on his Twitter. He's giving all these subliminal messages if you want to look through it. If you want to just look through it here, he posts a lot on Twitter. Let me go back to the chat to see what you guys are talking about. But yeah, Doge right now is still at 3.7. That seems to be a good place right now. I don't think it's going to drop between that 2 or back to that 2. But again, that is another floor that it could possibly drop to. But I think it's going to keep this trend that it's been going through of this mid to high 3s, and then shoot back up to that 4 penny, which is going to be the next support levels that people are going to start buying at. So I'm holding for the long or the mid, term. Possibly long term. Let's see. I'm not sure how often Elon is going to be posting, but you see here he's talking about in retrospect it was inevitable, and it's like very just mysterious. Like, what are you talking about? Now this man has tons of followers, right? 44.6 million. Now, so he posted that. Um, that was on the 28th. He said, "Here come the shorty apologists. Give them no respect." So he's talking about GameStop there. But then when he posted this is what drove the price up. Um, then he started saying other things like, this is a saying, the to the moon. That's an investor lingo, right? So also now in his tweets and replies, see, I do some investigation when it comes to investing because I want to know what's going on. I want to make sure the company I'm invested in, has some good news and has a good reputation behind it. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that price because it looks like it's going up now. Doge, it's trending up to the 3.8 now, so it's touching. It's about to. I think it's gonna hit back into the 4 pennies, but we never know. Don't rely on my opinion. So let's go through his replies, so you can see that he's still subliminally talking about Doge. So he replied to the Babylon Bee, which is actually a Christian YouTube or Christian platform. They talk about Christianity and different things. Now, if you read the article that they're talking about, is actually talking about Doge. Now, let me see if I can find it. Nah, it took me out, but it's actually talking about Doge. At the end of it, it's a joke between, a couple where the wife was up all night buying Doge coins, and Elon referenced to it pretty much. So, yeah, I mean, this is just, me doing some investigation and making sure that I'm invested, in something that's going to pop. And everything that this guy does makes it pop, So, going back to his page, though, he's subliminally replying to people named Doge or Dogo. Let me see if I can find that one. Right here. He replied to We5Dog. Why is he replying to a person that has 46 followers? It's just random for this person that has millions of followers to be replying to a person. I think it's because that he's trying to give out some subliminal messages. This is what he does, and he can't be so outright about it. But see, he's watching what's going on, and it's just this is unprecedented, man, revolutionary what's happening, and I'm with it. I'm investing with these people, and I'm holding, and I'm gonna make my money with them too, because you can get on these Reddit groups and these different groups and see what they're talking about, see what's the next stock. Try to predict this because the power of information and predictive power can be very powerful if you know what's going to happen ahead of time, right? Now, how can you predict that, right? Well, here you go. Here's something that if you look at Doge right now, it's actually going up pretty fast. So we just had a nice little run of about 3%, which is pretty good. Okay, so if you watch it, see, this is the time where I told you that after hours, sometimes you might catch something after hours and make some quick money. I'm trying to get people interested in things that are gonna make money. Other things that this whole thing is bringing people together. I mean, you got Elon, you got AOC, you got Donald Trump Jr., Ted Cruz, Republicans and Democrats who are on opposite sides of the politics, all coming together, joining hands, because they're tired of these big hedge funds, these big, whales running off with all the money while the little guy keeps getting, what? It's this is time where we need to recognize the power in numbers. We can really make changes if we all get together and invest intelligently. These stocks are very risky, so I don't want people to just jump in, especially if you're brand new. Dolly, you brand new into this. Don't just invest into any company. Invest. It's good to invest into companies that you usually use, products that you use that are good. Etsy's great. Twitter is. I don't really like Twitter. They've been actually losing membership since they banned Donald Trump, which is banning of free speech is not something that people like. We want freedom of speech, whether it's stupid speech or whatever. You have the freedom to be stupid in this country. You have the freedom to trade and be. If you want to take great risks, you should have the freedom to do that. It should be your right. Withholding that right is very problematic, and it touches on a lot of these issues of freedom and liberties and rights. And people are having these conversations. I wanted to have this conversation with my following. I know that I don't usually do this. This is not my my alley, my avenue. This is not what I usually do, but I have been putting a lot of time and effort into investing and understanding it, so that way, I don't get left behind. I should have done this years ago. It's never too late. If you're young, yeah, get into it now, because you could put $100 into a stock today, put it away, don't even look at it, and look at it maybe 10 years later, and it might be up to $10,000. That's what happened with some people that forgot about how they invested in Amazon in 2004, 2008. They invested in companies like Google or something like that, not expecting what it was going to get to. When it was worth $100, now it's worth $1,000. That's a crazy increase. So yeah, it's just trying to help people out. Be very careful, be smart, be intelligent. Take courses if you need to. Study these things. Don't invest right away just because you hear somebody talking about it on YouTube. Put these companies on your watch list. Watch how they move. Watch what the floors are. See where's the best place for you to come in and invest. So that way you don't invest at an all-time high and then the company, the stock drops. So Jerry Sanders, he's saying to look at AMKBY. Well, let me see. I'm going to look at it on Robinhood. So this is AP Moeller Maersk. Okay, so AMKBY. Let me see what they do. This is a company that's from Copenhagen, Zealand. So it founded in 1904. So I like that. I like to look at how long the company's been around. Doesn't always mean it's a good company. But it engaged in shipping, energy, transportation, offshore drilling, and retail activities. This is a good company. Already, I can tell it. This is a good sector, should I say, to be into. I don't know how great the company is. Looking at the market cap and the volume, 41.7 billion. That's pretty good market cap. They got a lot of room to move. I like this, actually. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. If you look at the 3-month chart, they went up 52% up until January 20th, which is when things started dropping, and then all this WallStreetBets craziness dropped a lot of stocks. And it dropped down to $10.18 on the 27th, and it's at about $10.45 according to Robinhood. So you could see it go back up to $12.30. I could see that. Let me see if that's what the high was at. If I go back a month. Yeah, $12.33, $12.35. So that's good. I like that company. I need to do more research, but just looking at it real quick and looking at the chart, I like the movement. It's steady, good movements. They look like they're very profitable, and they pay a dividend. I like this right here. 0.68 per share. I wonder how often they pay their dividend. But I like this. I look for companies that pay dividends too. So if you don't understand what a dividend payment is, it's an extra payment that you get on top of what you're making from the company based off the shares, the returns. That's your capital gains and all of that. Dividends is something else. That's what you get from the company. Not every company pays a dividend. Big companies that are not in debt usually pay dividends. That means that they're out of debt and they're profitable and they want to give back to their investors. They want people to invest. Now, usually this is like financial institutions, REIT stocks, which is the real estate investment teams. Those are REIT stocks. I like those a lot, like WP Carey, Store Capital, B&G Foods. They pay dividends and they're very steady. They don't make crazy movements like crypto. It's a good place to keep money, like a bank. Don't I don't I'm gonna tell you straight up. Take your money out of these banks. Put money that you need for bills and payments and credit card payments or whatever. If you have a credit card, it's a good way to put your credit score up. But you don't want to. You want to get out of debt eventually. It's the goal, right? That's my goal at least. Um, so keeping thousands of dollars in a savings account where what the banks do is use that money and throw it in the stock market anyways. They throw that money that you give them and invest in companies that's going to make them money, and they give you peanuts, man. They give you 0.03% while they're making 20%. That's nothing when they're doing that with your money. So why put that money into the stock market, into a brokerage account, into whatever app you feel comfortable with. That's a good way to just get rich. This is how you build wealth. This is how Americans and the big investors and people that have generational wealth. It's how they build it is by investing. Um, Working 9 to 5 never made anybody a billionaire. You have to either build your own company, take a big risk, and create your own thing. That's one of them. There's three big ways to build wealth, and that's one of them. Second one I would say is, it's what people say is real estate. Put your money into owning properties because people always need homes and shelter. That's a good way to create income, passive income. The more properties you own, the more income you have per month. Um, and then you also get a lot of tax breaks at the end of the year because you own property. You're a homeowner. You get blessed, especially during the pandemic, and they're keeping these interest rates steady. So, I mean, it's going to cause inflation and it's going to cause a real estate bubble. So, watch out for that in the coming years. But right now, it's a pretty good time to be a homeowner. But it's a better time, in my opinion, to be a stock investor, to invest in to invest in the stock market. Um, there is a huge increase in investors recently. So you want to join in on that. I would think if you want to make money. I know that some people they don't care about making money, but I mean, it's not about life is not just solely about making money, but it's a very important part of life, right? Because it's going to determine how much time you have with your kids and what you can do with your children, prepare them. So like I was saying earlier, Acorns is a good app to create an account for your children if you like using that. It also has some good discounts on very popular products or companies that offer popular products that you probably use, like Macy's, Starbucks, gas. You get discounts, you get money back by using Acorn. It's really good extra app that you can't invest in the stock market through Acorn, but you can do other things. So that's something else. You can create an IRA Roth account, which is a way for you to put your profits from your investing and keep it in an account where they don't tax you. They can't tax an IRA Roth account. So that's a great way to put your money up, your profits, and keep it stashed where the government can't touch it. So just some investing tricks and some money management tricks that I learned recently that's going to help you along the way. It's like it's helping me. Dogecoin is up. Well, I actually see I missed this run up at 11:47. It ran up to 4.1, like I told you, and it bounced back. See, that's been the support. And that 4, that's the next. Well, that's been the resistance. That's going to be the next support because supports or resistance turn into supports as the stock goes up. When you watch these charts long enough, you'll see what I'm talking about. So it's dropping fast. I'm not really worried about this right now. Um, you know, this is not really concerned about what it's doing right now. It is dropping. We're up 42% right now on the day from the beginning from when it starts at midnight. It's gonna start back up at midnight in the next 5 minutes, right? So it's gonna be a new cycle. This is the way the cryptos work. So yeah, so that's that. Just to give a little update on the Doge. But as far as the platforms to use to invest, I still have Robinhood. I'm gonna slowly get out. I don't like the way what they did on Friday, where I couldn't sell or I couldn't buy my NOKIA shares, and other shares like AMC, Blackberry, Sundial Growers, another company that I had that I couldn't buy, which is a marijuana company. It's in the cannabis sector. It's another sector that's going to grow. Natural resources, electric vehicle, genomics, robotics, surgical robotics, blockchain technology. All these sectors, all these industries are just going to grow in the next 5 to 10 years, especially with Democrats in office in Senate, Congress, and the White House. They're going to pass a lot of cannabis decriminalization and legalizations. They're going to make it easier for these companies to thrive now. I have a few companies I'm invested in the cannabis industry. I don't think it's going to go that crazy like the EV and natural resource and clean energy sectors. You want to invest in solar energy. You want to invest in clean energy. You want to invest in electric vehicle companies like Tesla, Workhorse, Hyliion. Those are all great companies. Proterra, which is about to go through a SPAC merger. I forget the SPAC that they're merging with. But you can look all this up. Proterra they make great electric vehicle buses. Workhorse make electric vehicle fleets, which is going to be necessary for the postal service. They're trying to move towards electric. Workhorse has recently gone up. Now I sold out way too early. I should have waited for the come up, but I was holding for months. That's usually how it works with me. I'll hold a company for months. Nothing will happen. As soon as I sell it, it goes up. Well, not usually, but that happens a lot. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that with Dogecoin. I'm not selling Doge. Now, if you look at the live, Doge is going back up. It goes up, comes down, people sell because there's a lot of people that bought high and they're trying to sell. What they don't realize is that they need to hold. They need to buy and average down because it's going to keep going up. That's what I think. Don't take my advice. Like I said, trust your own instincts. Do your own due diligence so that way you're convinced or unconvinced, and you have enough information. Don't rely on me. So back to the chat here. Thoughts on IPOD. So I'm guessing this is one of Chamath's SPACs. Is that the one that's going to merge? Let me check. IPOD. Let me check what IPOD is doing. Right. So IPOD is Social Capital Hedosophia. Yeah. So that's a Chamath. I definitely looked at that. That's Chamath Palihapitiya. It's hard to say that guy's name. But he's one of my favorite people, man. He's been posting about this whole GameStop fiasco too, in favor of the WallStreetBets Reddit group. and what they're doing, because it's legendary what they're doing. Oh, this is a great buying time. Actually, the 28th would have been great when you caught it at $13. Um, yeah, I missed out on a lot of these on IPOB. IPOD is a great one though, man. Is this the one that's gonna merge with Proterra? Oh, I think it's another one actually, but um, yeah, I like this. This guy comes out with SPACs every week or something. Chamath is amazing. Yeah, but he pretty much, I've been following him. He wants to run for governor of California on a 0% tax plan. I don't know how he's going to get away with that, but there's a lot of different things going on around the world. But the main thing that I'm focused on, and that I think people should focus on, is what's going on with the stock exchange. The Nasdaq and just Wall Street in general. It's just crazy what's going on. You know, but you can make a lot of money. You can make some money here. So I want to keep up and go live with this talk about Doge mainly. This is the main thing, that I wanted to talk about because I've been watching it. And I know some of y'all have been watching it. I've been on some of these other lives, talking to people and trying to tell them, that this is trying to keep them at ease. And this is why I'm here, to try to tell people that are invested, and create a chat where people can talk and spread, different knowledge and information. This is all, very helpful. We're at the 3 cent, high 3 cents. We're about to go back to 4. We're basically right there at 4. The trajectory is on an upward trajectory for the last hour. We're up 6.39% on the Doge. Now, let me see what's going on here. I'm going to see if there's any news. See, it's midnight right now, Eastern time. So, let me see if there's been anything that's come out lately. Yeah, Elon Musk also put Bitcoin on his bio in Twitter. He changed his bio and put the Bitcoin symbol, and that drove up the price. I mean, this guy has a lot of pull. He's like the richest man on earth, I believe, right now. Yeah, let me see what this guy's doing here. Yeah, I think he's speaking right now. Elon Musk is actually speaking somewhere live. Um, if you wanna go on Revolt, if you wanna go on the live and watch him, you can Google Elon Musk Revolt. So in the Revolt article, it says Elon Musk is dropping money making gems on Clubhouse tonight. So Clubhouse, um, it looks like it's some type of social media app, I believe. Uh, oh no, I'm sorry. This must have been old news. Oops. Should have looked at the date. Never mind. That was January 31st. Why is this here 3 hours ago? But Elon has a lot of pull. People follow him. People, I don't know if he's invested in Doge or his kids or what's going on. It seems like he has a lot of interest with Doge. Now we're back to 4 cents. Now let's see what we've been doing here. See, this thing is down right now, man. See, people are buying. And now that it's midnight, it's probably just switching up. So let me get off of it, swipe it away, and get back on it. I'm going to go on the Discord chat real quick just to see what people are talking about. There's a Doge chat. And, I mean, this thing just moves like crazy. These people are talking about different... well, this is a Doge chat. There's different chats on this Discord. People talk about different things, but if you Google the Satoshi Street Bets, they're the ones supposedly responsible for this Doge pump, which is similar to the Wall Street Bets guy. These are the Satoshi Street Bets people. So this, like I said, this is a 24-hour thing. Like, some people keep these lives going. And I'm going to just keep this going because I know people are looking for different information and all of that. But I was going through these different things that these different tweets and replies that Elon Musk has been subliminally putting out there. Yeah, this was all around the same time. And he's replying, he's posting different things. I don't see anything recently. He's talking about his different industries, Neuralink. Yeah, but this is just crazy what's happening here. This whole Melvin Capital thing. These people lost a lot of money. And Gamestop, man, who would have thought that this, video game store that's going out of business and, are losing money, trying to find its way after this whole, pandemic, as a lot of these small businesses or brick and mortar type businesses are trying to do is, find their way, and how can they get through this hard time? Everybody's trying to do that. So, should I hold AMC for a while? Jay Crazy 101. I actually did consider buying AMC, but to tell you the truth, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do, obviously. But if you're at a loss, if you bought high and it's down, because I know it was at a certain level, and in the when they stopped people from buying it on Robinhood, it actually did drive the price a little bit down. Then I saw it go up after hours when I think they took off that block. I'm not sure, but yeah, you got people like Elon Musk. You got Little Yachty posting about Doge. You got a lot of other mildly influential people, social media influencers, or social media people that are known that can possibly influence, that have a lot of influence in crowds and followers. The porn star Mia Khalifa was her name, because I looked at her page and she did, just to verify, she did post about Dogecoin also. We could look that up. You could look up Little Yachty. Let's see what he said about Doge, because he's big on Dogecoin. I'm sure he has money in there. So his Twitter is Concrete Boy Boat. He said, I shouldn't have to say it, but buy Doge. That's 8 hours ago. This one lives rent free in my head, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so they got like a Doge song now that they made. We see you, Little Yachty. Oh, nah, let's not do that. Dogecoin Nation. So this has become like a cult following, man. Rules for Dogecoin. 0.05 is the floor. That didn't last well. That didn't age well, but it could be the next floor, one of the next floors. We all must bring it back to 0.05 to keep it alive. When it reaches $1, we only sell 10%. When it reaches $1, or do they mean 10 cents? Is what I'm wondering here, because I don't know when it's gonna reach $1. People are gonna take profits way before $1, because if it reaches 10 cents, people that bought at 5 cents are gonna double their money. That's gonna be good enough for people to say, I'm gonna sell. People get greedy. They probably won't sell all of it. They'll probably will sell 10% slowly, which is kind of what I do. I don't sell it all at once. Now, I'm waiting until it hits 0.8 again, and then I'm going to sell a good, maybe 10 or 20%. And it's going to come down and maybe go back up. Maybe when it comes down, and if it comes down hard, I'll buy more. But I would hold if you're down. I would never sell at a loss, because you really never lose money until you sell. You don't lose money until you sell. So hold on to as much as you can. Take profits along the way if you have to, if you want to. If this is money that you need, you shouldn't really be investing with money that you need. But if you don't need it, then you're not going to worry about pulling it out, right? So that's the best way to invest is with money that you don't need. But I understand that we all need our money. We all want to, temporarily put money in there, take it out later, and I've done that too. That's fine. It's all on you. So you see a lot of don't panic sells. So this is another page here. They have 204K followers, and they're trying to get it to 50 cents. Well, that was on January 28th. Well, yeah, still today, 23 minutes ago, they're still trying to get it to not 50 cents. 5 cents is really more realistic and reachable. This is the Doge coin, or the Doge coin mascot here. The Satoshi dog, I believe it's called. I'm not sure what the hell the dog is called. But just doing a little bit of research here, exploring the tweets. Now, this is the popular one here, Doge Coin Army. That's the one that's going on right now. Elon Musk comes out right away. You see, you got people. See, this guy bought in. Oh, see, I love his position. This is perfect. We got 117. I remember I averaged up to that, and then I averaged up a little bit more, and took profits along the way. Prison Mike says, I've been seeing Prison Mike all over the what you call it, the what is it called, the Discord chats. I've been seeing him. I've been on Discord chats for the last 2 or 3 days. So he says, me and my first day on Mars. See, this stock they're trying to say it's gonna go to the moon. This is what all these memes. This coin is like a meme coin. It becomes popular by these hashtags and memes. You see? We got AOC, Little Yachty, Ted Cruz, WallStreetBets. There's a lot of people here, man. There's a lot of support behind these pushes, people to make money. You got people constantly tweeting about this. Elon Musk is expected to talk about Dogecoin on the app Clubhouse. So this is recently. See, I thought I was reading something old. So if he talks about Dogecoin, man, you better buy now. Because it's going to go up. Yeah, this is what people have been saying about Dogecoin. It's just a pump and dump. The financial experts, I don't think so. I don't know how fast it's going to take for it to get to $1. Just to be honest. That's a little unrealistic to me. That's more than 20 times where it's at right now. I don't think it's going to do that overnight. But I'm not ruling it out. Anything is possible, especially when you got people like Elon with his deep pockets. I don't know if he's throwing money into this. I don't know if he's doing that. I'm not saying that he is or he isn't. I'm just saying that he seems to be promoting this a lot for whatever reason. This thing is funny, man. You could go on Instagram, Twitter, you could go on Reddit, go on Discord, and a lot of people are talking about this. Was this from No Holds Barred? Right? GameStop and Dogecoin uniting. It's pretty much very similar. Dogecoin to the moon. Jackpot, baby. There is a lot of people here. It's a meme coin is what people are calling it. But there is an army out here, people posting stuff back to back. It's become a craze. This is the new craze. Look. People are going crazy. It's trending like crazy. These are young kids, too. Bye. This is funny, man. But yeah, I will hold AMC for that person, Jay Crazy. I will hold it. mean, look, man, these people. This is just the craziness that you see going on. Let me go back down here. You got a lot of different people, man, just pushing different things. Official metrics for Reddit. Dogecoin subreddit, third highest growth today. Plus 180K and counting. Plus 318K in the last 7 days. Yeah, man, that Dogecoin chat is going crazy, bro. I'm not effing selling. Hold the line. In 4 hours, everyone will watch the world from space. Dogecoin. I mean, listen. People try to predict, and every movement, it's going to the moon. It's going to the moon. Things don't happen that fast. I mean, yes, these Dogecoins, these crypto coins move very fast. I like that. I like that. Robinhood chasing after Doge. You ain't getting. They can't control Doge. You can't short Doge. That's the WallStreetBets. They try to stop, and they did stop him temporarily. They handed off the ball to Dogecoin. Dogecoin is making a run for it. Let's check the chart. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so we're looking a little better right now. All right. We finally broke that 4 cent. We're moving up to 41. I'm sorry. We're moving up to 4.1. You see how the decimals of 0.1 and 0.2? Yeah, those could move, but they don't move that fast. And then the to get from 3 cents to 4 cents and keep it at 4 cents, it takes time. It takes time. But it could be that just one little mention from a big guy, another mention from Elon, anything could really drive this thing up. So I'm watching this closely. I want everybody, to put your questions. If you have any questions, any concerns, it's a different chat from what I usually do. I usually don't do this investing talks and money talks, but it's a different time, man. I want to grow with the times and kind of just see if this is what people are interested in. Just try something new. I'm gonna keep doing my lives every Sunday. I'm gonna have my guests on, and we might get into more talks of investing because I'm noticing that this has become, a popular thing, really popular thing amongst people. Just looking for another avenue of another stream of income. When you understand the game, you don't panic. Yeah, we need people that buy and don't panic. The people that don't panic are the people that make money. People that have patience in the stock market. People that have strong hands. They call them diamond hands. Right? You want to hold. You don't want to be the one that sold and then you're going to regret it when it goes up to, 20 cents. If it does. That's possible. I could see that happening in a week. There's a diamond hands. But, yeah, I mean, look, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. There's going to be a lot more money available on Robinhood tomorrow. A lot more people. People are signing up this weekend. There's a lot of new members on Robinhood now. So what do you think they're going to go looking for? The popular coins, the popular stocks. Doge, AMC, GME, NOKIA, Blackberry, Sundial Growers. What's the other one? Maritime. I forget the name of the other one. CTRM is the ticker symbol. But yeah, I mean, listen, if you bought any of these stocks and then they hindered you from buying more, if you bought them ahead of time, just hold on to them. They're going to make it available for you to sell, I believe, on Monday. We'll see what happens. I'm going to keep a close eye on this. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this live going. I'm waiting for some news to come out, pretty much. Let's see what's going on with NOKIA. Yeah, so, Bloomberg is saying that GameStop shenanigans have real consequences. GameStop is just a plaything for Reddit traders, but vital companies like NOKIA are serious, right? So I believe that. That's why I bought NOKIA, because I'm in it for the long run, So, Nokia sure isn't. So there's a lot of analysts, Bloomberg, they know what they're talking about when it comes to finance. So they're saying that Nokia, they still have a chance. Now, GameStop, that is, it's a game. These people are playing. This is not going to be. This company's not worth $300 a share at this point. So it's going to come down. So you got to be careful. A lot of these companies are not worth what people are paying for them right now. So it's ridiculous. But it's people trying to follow the trends and make money. So be very careful, man. This is not a joke. Don't play with money that you're not willing to lose and that you're gonna go crazy over later on and beat yourself over the head. So understand how these companies control and manipulate the price and the fear of losing money or the fear of missing out on making money. They play and they use that to their advantage to manipulate the stock price and make money by selling high and buying low. That's the game. You buy the dips and you sell the rips, right? That's what they say. You buy low, you sell high. Just to give people a little bit of understanding about what the hell's going on. It's a lot of confusion with the economy. This might create some issues if it keeps going. The SEC, which regulates the stock market, the rules and what you can do, the stock exchange, pretty much. They might have to step in, and I can see that happening. But this was, a statement made by WallStreetBets and the Reddit group and by retail investors like myself and maybe yourself. This is a big statement, and I want people to understand what really happened. People are lost. So look up these companies before you invest. Like I said, I'm gonna put a link in the description for my WEBULL account. Now you could get up to 4 free stocks if you deposit $100 and you use my link to pretty much create the account. As soon as you link up your bank account with your brokerage account, with your WEBULL app, which is your brokerage account, which you're going to use to deposit and make money and put it back into your bank account whenever you do have profits. You could get 4 free stocks. You don't have to pay for these. You can convert them into money and put it back into your account, or use that money to buy other stocks if you don't care for the stocks that they give you for free, because they might give you a stock that you don't like or you don't know anything about, and you don't want to keep that stock. So you can trade it in. They give you that option. So, if you guys want to know more about this, I'll put my email address also in the description. It's sanmiguelpana@gmail.com, sanmiguelpana@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description again. I'm going to call it a night right now. It's 12:22. I think I don't see that there's too many people coming in. I see a question here that I'll answer. It says, so as long as GameStop stock is high, the hedge funds are losing money, right? Yeah, so that's correct. As long as the price stays high and they hold, the hedge funds are losing money. They already lost 20% of their money. They're on the verge of losing billions. It's bad. There was a guy that invested $50,000 and he made $47 million. His name is Keith Gill. Keith Gill is the mastermind behind this, actually, and he had the most money to throw down. These people are doing good with their money too. They're giving it back to children's hospitals. They're putting money where it helps, where people need it. These hedge funds don't do that. I mean, they probably do some. I'm not going to say none of them do that. But these are greedy Wall Street sharks that are now getting a little taste of their own medicine, and then you see these billionaires and millionaire hedge fund managers crying on CNBC or on CNN or on MSNBC about what happened to them, which now the shoe is on the other foot. And it's funny to see this, even though it could be drastic if it keeps going. And I'm not saying that this is like something that it's revolutionary, and it's an example of what can happen and how People do have the power. The power is in the numbers. But you see how people can be manipulated like sheep easily just by fear. Fear controls people better than I think any other emotion. The fear of missing out and the fear of losing money. So you want to be aware of those psychological effects that might affect you and how you trade. But we have a question here. It says, so as long as GameStop stock is high, the hedge funds are losing money, right? And the answer is yes. They're forced to buy more. Buy more shares, pretty much, and cover their positions. And that forces the price up even more. That's why I'm saying they might have to keep doing that. And the price might go up to 600, 800. People are saying 1,000. Now, I don't know. It could be based on some of the math and analytics that I'm not an expert in that. I'm not even that well versed in it. But I understand how to follow some trends to a certain point, especially with stocks because they move slower. The cryptos move faster, so it's hard to keep up with the trends. They break out of trends quicker. Bank stocks keep certain trends. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they went down when COVID hit, but they keep certain steady trends. They don't move crazy like the cryptos or penny stocks. Penny stocks are real volatile and dangerous, or risky, should I say? Just looking at Doge, see we're at the 4 cent mark. I think we found a new support level here at the 4 cents. Now we've just been trading for 26 minutes into the hour, which began the new day officially for the crypto calendar schedule. So let's see how it moves. Usually people look at where it started at. So we started at 4. We started at 4 pennies. It looks like it's breaking under that slightly, but it looks like that's a good bottom. Just so you guys know, it could start trending downward fast, so watch out for those. Don't let it scare you. Like I said, these cryptos, especially penny crypto stocks, they move fast. So it could be really scary and exciting. An adrenaline rush. Don't get too crazy and start buying up when you see it going crazy up like I've done in the past, because you're going to get locked into a high average cost and be forced to wait for the price to come back up. You want to catch it down at the bottom. If it goes back down to 2, which I highly doubt, you want to buy. If it goes down to the low 3s, buy. Mid 3s, buy. Anywhere really. I mean, I don't want to just say buy anywhere, but anywhere that between that 2, of course, and I would say the mid 3s is a great place to buy. I don't think it's going down to the 2s, but these things move crazy, so it could. The way that people are holding with these strong hands, like people have some strong hands. Strangers, uniting, coming together, agreeing, in agreement. It's very rare what's going on. It's amazing. That's why I wanted to go live, just to see, who's still up on this, who's still, wanting to unite and really get together and let's push this thing. I don't mind pushing it. Even though I have a vested interest in it, I want to help people make money and keep people informed also. The information is very important. I don't want false information to travel. Everything I say, and if you hear some false information come from me, then correct me in the comment section and I'll make the correction. We can look anything up right now. So they're trying to distract us by telling us silver is up a lot. Yeah, I saw that. People were claiming it was going to be a silver squeeze, and I kept an eye on that. I put a few silver stocks on my watch list, but I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that they sold out of their position either. Like the New York Times said that the CEO of Citadel said. I don't believe that. Citadel is the ones that have a vested interest in making people think that now it's safe to sell. Nah, man, I ain't doing. I'm holding. I'm looking to maybe get into GameStop. I'm just gonna look and see what it does. I'm not getting into AMC. I really considered AMC, but I think that's a dead duck. This is the movie theater industry. They're done. Everything's going to streaming. Cable industry is done. The streaming platforms, Disney, Netflix, of course, is the titan. Disney's trying to catch up, and they have a pretty good second place spot, I would say, in streaming. Fubo TV, watch out for that. I have a lot of shares in Fubo. I have 85 shares in Fubo. I love Fubo. They're gonna go up. They're gonna go up to the 50s. I'm already up like 60%. I caught Fubo at like $30 after dropping down from going up to 54. I believe it went up to. It's gonna go back up to the 50s. I think it's in the low 40s, but it was testing that $49 mark for Fubo TV. I'm very bullish on Fubo. Golden Nugget, GNOG, it's another good one. If you want more steady companies, because we're talking about Doge, on here. We're talking about, Nokia is not that volatile, but we're talking about GameStop. We're talking about AMC, Blackberry. Those are some very volatile companies. Blackberry does have a future, I believe. They could be bought out. I believe they were at $22 a stock. I don't know if they're worth that much, but they could be bought out. And that's one of the companies that they were getting shorted, they were getting squeezed, and this is something that you need to watch for. If you want to make money, keep an eye on this stuff. Man, I'm over here. I will kind of want to stay on longer because I know there's a lot of different lives going on right now. We got Jerry Fermenta. I was on his live earlier. He's live right now. He's on day 5. Crazy. So let me see if I can look him up real quick. I hope this don't mess with the stream because I got 2 different pages. But let me see. Jerry Frometa Doge. I've been on this guy's live. You see, he got day 2, day 3. My man right here, looking Puerto Rican as hell. Yeah, man. Like this guy has been staying steady. Keeping people informed. He's on live right now. Oh, actually, he's not on there anymore. But I mean, he got the live chat going right here. This has been going on for a while. I'm gonna X that out. But yeah, if you want to understand what cryptocurrency is, it's a digital asset, pretty much. But it's a way of it's an exchange that it's not backed by any banks or anything like that. It's not centralized. It's decentralized, if you know what that means. So it's very volatile. It's very dangerous. You need to be careful. So this I'm just going on here just to tell y'all, like, get ahead of the game. Some of y'all are late, tardy for the party, but you can still find some gains out there in returns and get on it now because there's other companies that are going to be coming out in the future that are very, that have a high potential for big money. So, get your feet in the game. Get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid to take some risks with your money. When it comes to investing in the stock market, but understand what you're doing. And if y'all like this video and y'all want me to make more, just hit that like button. You could comment, tell me what y'all think. What's my favorite cryptos? Top 3. So I have XRP, Ripple, which a lot of people don't like, but I caught it at a great price, and they've been getting a lot of bad publicity. Well, at least some people think, because of the SEC, investigation. So I believe that the investigation, from what I'm understanding, it's not going to lead anywhere, and they're going to go really high up. I've already doubled my money with them because I got them at 28 cents like last week. They went up to 56 last time I checked. They were at 56. Let me see where they're at right now. Doge is still at 3.9, by the way. But yeah, Ripple is at 56 cents. So I've doubled my money on the Coinbase. So I have 900 and something shares, 924 shares. It's up 35% on the day. This is crazy. Yeah, I've doubled my money with them in a week. Now, I didn't put that much money. I put like 300, but get 600 from 300? I ain't mad. XRP is great. Ethereum is good, man. I had already doubled my money with Ethereum, but I got out to get all my Ethereum money from Robinhood into Doge, because you can't get Doge on Coinbase. But I have XRP on Coinbase when you were able to get it, and then they took it off, and you can't get XRP on Coinbase anymore, and it's not available on Robinhood either. But it's available on other platforms like I think I forget the other platforms that it's on. TD Ameritrade. You could get a lot of different ones. TD Ameritrade is one of the best ones because you could get the OTC stocks, over the counter ones. Those are the penny, like the decimal, fractional penny stocks. So that one is good. XRP. Of course, I like Doge. I like Ethereum. So I think that I'm going to go with those three. But I want to add a few more that's on my list. I got New Cipher for free. They went up 20% today. I got them earlier today for free. You can get free crypto coins on Coinbase just by answering some questions and taking a little quiz. So I got $3 for free, and I'm up to $3.86 with New Cipher. Just so you know, I don't know anything about New Cipher, and I haven't been watching them for long, but I think I might transfer all of this because you could convert it on Coinbase. I might convert it to, I don't even know. I might keep it. I've been hearing a lot about Stellar, but some people don't like it. It's up only 0.40. Shiba Inu is another one that you can't trade on Coinbase, but if you can get it, that one was up like crazy, and that's a real fractional decimal penny stock. It was up like 3,000% yesterday, I believe. Polkadot is another one I've been hearing about. These are all crypto stocks, right? Polkadot I've been watching. I think I've started watching them since last week. So they've actually been trending downward, but that's not always bad. Because if you go back a month, they were at $8 on January 13th, and then they went up to $19 and over double the money on January 16th in 3 days, right? Yeah, in 3 days. That's excellent. And then they've just been trending a little bit from the $17, $19 mark, been trading in between 16, consolidating, trading sideways, between $16 and $18 pretty much. It's a great floor right there. It's not going to go under that. It's been holding steady. If it falls under that, it's only temporarily, and you'll see it bounce up quick. That's what I noticed with a lot of these cryptos. So you might get scared and sell when it's starting to go down, not realizing that it's about to pop. So you got to be careful with those. I've done that before. I've sold thinking, oh, this is going to keep going down because it's been trending downward for so long. But sometimes it's just waiting and consolidating, waiting for that next pop. And you have to hold it. And if you're going to sell when it pops, when it's at its height. Whether you're going to sell completely or sell partially and stay, because I like to sell and keep a position just so I can keep that original entry level. Even if I don't have a lot of, the same amount of shares, I can still keep that entry level and level up or average up if I have to. But, let me just do a few more things, just run through the last few minutes here, just to, go through Doge. Doge is still at 3.9. It's going to hold pretty steady between 3.6, up to 3.9, up to 4. If it drops down, I don't expect it to drop down that low. I believe there's going to be an influx of activity and volume in the next week leading up to February 4th. It's supposed to be, I don't know, February 4th is supposed to be a big day with these Wall Street bets and Reddit, users that, I don't know, this is the word, right? Like, who's spreading this word? I don't know. Can we rely on it? Not 100%, but it could be a possible big opportunity. So it's always good to have a little stake, in these companies to see what's gonna pop. And don't put all your marbles or all your eggs in one basket either. Be smart, diversify, spread it out. Put a little bit of money in crypto. Put a little bit of money in electric vehicles like Tesla. Put a little bit of money in companies that are going to give you dividends. Put money into the clean energy. Put money into cannabis. Put money into companies that mine LiDAR for the autonomous driving, which is coming. Autonomous driving, I mean, it's already here. They already have level 5 autonomy. There's robo taxis are coming. Uber, you're gonna be getting picked up by robo taxis in the future, not Uber drivers. You're not gonna, especially with COVID now. You don't want to be sharing that space with somebody in a car, a small space with somebody that could possibly be infected, and you don't know. So, this robo taxis, the future of just this autonomous technology is just amazing. Cars are driving on their own in highways, and even in residential or city streets, busy city streets, doing turns and stopping at red lights and watching for pedestrians. So you need companies that are the picks and shovels, not just the big companies, but the ones that are supplying the big companies, which are the pick and shovel companies, which goes back to the San Francisco rush, the gold rush era. Weren't that many people that made a lot of money with gold during that gold rush era, right? They were flocking from all over to try to get rich off of gold. More people, listen carefully, people got filthy rich off of gold. Not that many people got filthy rich. More people got rich off of selling picks and shovels for people digging the gold. So while people were digging for gold, not making money, paying for shovels and getting tons of people to dig in the same place, the people that were selling the shovels were making the money. So you want to have that type of mentality when you invest and look for companies that are supplying the picks and the shovels, so to say, metaphorically. So these companies like Foresight Autonomous, which I'm invested in. I love Foresight Autonomous. I've six-tupled my money. I'm 7 times over now. I caught them at $1. They went up to $9. I love Foresight Autonomous. Nano Dimension, I caught them at $3. Average up to $4. They're at $8. They hit $12. They might hit $15. Nano Dimension is great. These are not crypto. These are official stocks that make revenue, that have products, that have, that are selling, and that have something to work with that you can rely on. It's really not useful if you break it down. It's really not much you could do with it, but it's all based off people buying. People buying is what's driving up the value, but it really has no value on its own if people don't buy it. That can't say the same thing with Tesla. Tesla's car is going to have value on its own regardless if people buy it or not. Of course, if people are buying it, it's going to have more value, but a Tesla car obviously has value. A Dogecoin doesn't really have value. You can't do nothing with it. And there's so many of them that the value of it is very low because they make so many of them available. The price drops down, right? Things that are rare are more valuable. So Dogecoins are not rare at all. They come, a dime a dozen. Less than a dime a dozen, as you can see here. I'm gonna close it out because we have. Let me see. We got 4 people in the chat. It's not really much activity going on, but hopefully people get back to this, and listen to what I'm saying. Do your own research. I'm not here as your financial advisor. I'm not here as your stock buddy. Well, I could be a stock buddy if you want, but I'm not here to give you any advice that you should take and tell you that, yeah, this is my professional advice. I'm not a professional. I'm not licensed. I don't have any of that. I'm just a guy on YouTube that invests. I'm a retail investor just like you guys, with very little experience. But I do follow these things closely, and have a lot of money invested in different companies. And thought it was important for people to understand, because there might be a lot of confusion. But I want people to understand that this is actually a real revolution that's going on in the financial industry, which is very important for people to take note of. Okay. So just like I said, I'm going to close it out. I just want to run through these final prices. We got Doge at 4 cents, holding strong. We got it at 4 pennies, holding strong. Be very surprised if it drops to 3.2, 3.5. If it drops under 3.5, 3.4, I'll be surprised. I can definitely see it hit 5 pennies before the market opens, maybe higher. Don't don't take my word as the Bible, as scripture. I'm just saying what I think. It could drop. Like I said, this is a volatile stock. So, but I'm here to talk about this Dogecoin because I've made money off of it, and I see an opportunity for people to make money. That's all. The only reason why I wanted to bring it up. You can do this. It's up to you. Don't get mad at me if you lose money, because it's up to you how to strategize your entry points, your exit points, and all of that. So that way you can make your money, and you know when to leave and when to get in, and how long you're going to leave. Is this just going to be a swing trade, short term, long term, a day trade? You can day trade these things. People day trade this and make money. Bitcoin is at $33,000, $33,700 a share, roughly. It's trending upwards. It's been trending upwards for the last hour, and we just started, the midnight run pretty much for the cryptos. So there's not much to say for the last hour, 45 minutes pretty much. It looks like it's doing the same thing. Ripple is at 56 cents. XRP Ripple is at 56. We got XLM at 31. LTC is at $131. Ethereum is at 1,320. Okay, so those are your different cryptos. But the main one I want to focus on is Doge, and how it's been holding steady at that the mid 3 to the low 4s for a while, and it looks like this is a really good support. Even going back to the 30th yesterday, it was at these levels for a little while. It was testing the low 30s, going up to the mids, and it's making its way up steadily. I mean, this is upward trajectory. It looks solid for me. So I'm even looking into putting more money down, but I'm going to take it easy, relax. If it gets under my average cost, I'm putting more money down because I want to average down. I averaged up way too high. I had it really low, and I think because I put so much money in the threes and the 3 penny section, it brought it all the way up from when I had it in the 1 penny. But I actually bought some in 4, thinking it was going to keep going up. But they psych you out like that. You gotta make sure you understand the flow and the movement. It's very hard to tell sometimes with these. But I might go live again if this continues to be, a popular thing, and if you guys are interested in this, I might just do that again. Why not? But I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been San Miguel TV. I appreciate everybody's attention, and I'm gonna close this out. I have, here we go. See, I didn't realize we had the chat here on the side, so now I know for next time. So until next time, this has been San Miguel with San Miguel TV. Have a great night. See you soon.